Most readers of the Book of Mormon are familiar with the Nephites and the Lamanites, but sometimes it's easy to forget about the Mulekites and the important role that they played. Their identity is not immediately clear in the text and can only be pieced together from isolated passages. This may cause readers to assume that the Mulekites were of little concern in the sweeping history of the Nephites and Lamanites, yet a careful reading suggests that the Mulekites were very influential, both politically and religiously. Readers are introduced to the Mulekites, who are also called the people of Zarahemla, when the Nephites discovered them and absorbed them into their community. The Book of Mormon states that they came out from Jerusalem at the time that Zedekiah, king of Judah, was carried away captive into Babylon. This would mean that they left Jerusalem about the same time as Lehi's group. We learn that Zarahemla was a descendant of Mulek and those who came with him into the wilderness. Yet not until much later do readers learn that Mulek was actually the son of Zedekiah, the king of Judah, and that he was Zedekiah's only son who wasn't slain when Jerusalem was destroyed by the Babylonians. One reason the Mulekites are important is that they help settle the fundamental conflict between the Nephites and Lamanites. The Nephites believed that God called Nephi to be a prophet and a ruler. The Lamanites, on the other hand, believed that Nephi was a false prophet and that he robbed their ancestors of their inheritance. However, the origin story of the Mulekites validates the Nephite tradition by proving that Nephi and Lehi correctly prophesied the destruction of Jerusalem. The story of the Mulekites also illustrates why the scriptures are so important. The Nephites brought the plates of brass with them across the ocean. The Mulekites, on the other hand, didn't bring any scriptures. As a result, they suffered a significant spiritual decline after dwelling only a few generations in the New World. Their language became corrupted, and they denied the being of their Creator. These circumstances may help explain why the Mulekites were so willing to join with the Nephites in the first place. By doing so, they gained access to the scriptures and solidified their religious and cultural identity. This example shows how the absence of the scriptures in our lives can have a rippling effect throughout the generations. It also helps us understand why prophets have invited us to read from the scriptures, especially from the Book of Mormon, every day. Doing so will help us obtain enduring faith in God and Christ. And now you know why.